Hey guys, what's up? I am here to give you guys a recap on the new episode of Sword Art Online Alicization War of Underworld, which is on episode 3. Now, this episode right here shows a lot of things of what's to come, and depending on the situation, it may not go so well for our characters, especially with what another country is doing. So if anything else, let's just get this started. We see to it that this guy, which I don't remember his name or even bother remembering him because I don't think he's even that important to me anyway. We see to it that he's been given a mission to invade Rathdale or something, or Wrath. What the heck is wrong with me saying Rathdale? Wrath, because there's a situation where someone's making an AI where it could change the powers of the world, where the AI could just make the attacks of weaponry instead of humans. In other words, an artificial intelligence to do the work for them in terms of war. I'm pretty sure you guys know what I'm talking about, depending if you watch the episode or not. And they want this guy to actually invade Wrath and get that Fluctlight or that program into their hands before the Asian countries take advantage of that and use it to their acknowledgement, or should I say, use it to their advantage. And of course, we get to see to it that they got into the main control room here and there, but the problem is they cannot get to the Fluctlight or to the main objective of their mission, and that is to grab that Alice program. Although they have some trouble because they can't get into the sub-control room, they can't saw their way through. If they blow it up, if they try blowing the door open, it will actually possibly damage the program that they are trying to go after. But apparently the only way how they figured out to get into the program, get into the place when they can take the program, is to log in. And unfortunately for them, they can't log into any of the high accounts because of high security and passwords here and there. But that doesn't mean they can't use anything else outside of that jurisdiction, which apparently they end up finding a Dark Knight and an Emperor of the Ruler whatsoever, and that is not looking so good due to the fact that they had no security, and since they could just hack into it and log into it, they're going to take advantage of that and, of course, go to the main objective, and that is to grab the Alice program or Alice Fluctlight Cube, whatever that seems fitting for you. But there was some drama amongst the group that's fighting amongst each other, which is not important, honestly, because there's no freaking point of even talking much about that, just like what their main objective is and what actions they are taking right now. So they got to the main control room. They're trying to get to the sub-control room, but they can't do that without any consequences, especially they're trying to blow the damn door up. Okay, aside from that, they found a way how to log in with two different accounts, one's a Dark Knight and one's an Emperor. So pretty much they found their way how to get in. But as time continues on, though, there is a situation with Kirito and the others right now trying to figure out what the next move is, because unfortunately, we see to it that one of the guys explained to Kaiba Akiko's significant other and possibly Asuna, who's also been listening. We see to it that due to Kirito's condition and his guilt and remorse of losing someone, which we all know who that is, that's Yu-Gi-Oh, and because he lost his self-image at the same time because of what happened with the circuits and everything else, he's pretty much where he's at, a vegetative state to a point that he can't make decisions on his own anymore, So the only way how to snap him out of it is someone going inside the underworld and have him snap out of it, pretty much. And pretty much Asuna volunteers to go in there due to the fact that she knows Kirito well and that she's going to help him out, which we all know why, obviously. There's no need for me to explain any more than that. But they're going to have to be quick about it because they just don't realize, or the other guy, I don't remember his name, but I'm afraid he did not mention one thing, but he's really concerned, which shows that he's already having some troubles or he's already troubled already. But anyways, in any other case right now, they're pretty much in a race right now, right? They're pretty much in a race. Either get to Kirito or get Alice and try to make him snap out of it. And there's something called this final loading test, which involves the Dark Territory having to invade the original human empire, etc. I'm pretty sure you guys know what I'm talking about. I mean, you've seen it in the episode, and if you haven't seen it and you're confused, you're not going to understand it. But this final loading test whatsoever, depending on the situation, whatever the result is, everything might be reset. I think I remember seeing one of the test results saying that in the episode, but I'm not so sure anymore. But all I know is this final loading test is gonna be complicated due to the fact that Kirito killed the administrator, you know. Well, the administrator was defeated, but the way how her life ended, obviously, from the get-go. Yeah. But aside from that, there was a scene with Shinon having to be in a match against someone, and it looks like to me she got defeated by him, and she wakes up from that certain dream. Eventually, she ends up having a meeting with everyone else, with Klein, and everyone else. You know, Kirito's like freaking harem group, you know, and his two male buddies. Yui-chan, or, oh man, I forgot her name. It's been a long time. Forgive me. You all could call me idiots for like forgetting her name, but hey man, it's been a very long time and I don't really bother like keeping up with some stuff anymore, depending on the situation. But all I know is she calls Shinon and everyone else all together, Lifa and everyone else, to like come with the meeting, and she explains the situation, what's going on right now. But apparently they're gonna have to put their faith and find a way how to like make sure or have hope that they will be okay, Kirito and Asuna, you know? And then there's a scene in the Dark Territory involving like a woman and a man talking with each other, and she confirms to the man that the administrator is dead, Pontifex. And we see to it that this guy believes that this is a chance to like give out a peace negotiation. But due to the fact that there's a woman and there's some other people involved in the 10 councils and so forth, they're not going to agree to peace negotiations. But we see too that there's some strange scene which I don't see any importance to, where the guy talking to the female warrior, which I forgot her name by the way, which I don't even bother remembering. He ends up proposing to her in a certain way, but before they could talk any further, it looks like to me the Dark Knight and that ruler that the two guys managed to get into right now, they managed to log in and get ready to make their move. So pretty much without a lot of detail, how am I supposed to put it? The U.S. government hires someone to get into Wrath and get the Alice Flicklight, and they're having trouble to do so, but they can find another way how to do it, and that's logging into the Underworld, which they found 2 accounts that can help them out, a Dark Knight and a Ruler. And as for the other side with Asuna and the others, they're trying to figure out how to get Kirito to snap out of it after what happened with them through this tragedy and sadness. But right now, Asuna could be the only one that could snap him out of it, and she's going to be using one of those other accounts that can help her out. As for Cutest Friends, they are informed about the situation and are very concerned, but they have no choice but to pray and hope for the best. And for the Dark Territory, at the very end, a female and a male talking to each other about peace negotiations possible, but some others may not agree to it, and then the episode ends up with the Dark Knight and the Emperor being hacked into, and they got into the Dark Territory, getting ready for their main mission to go about. So, I know it sounds a little confusing, but unless you watch the episode, you'll get the idea. But if you haven't, and with the details I've given you, you'll be confused as hell. So, until then, people, I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm Alpha Zero. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time, alright? Peace out. Bye-bye. Toot-toot!